Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a client's spirit guide session. For the spirit guide session, my client is basically allowing the guides to do all of the talking. So they're not asking any specific question. But when I was tapping into your energy, my love, I was really feeling, let me light my Palo Santo. Just to cleanse the previous reading. Sorry, I need to get in the habit of doing that because I wasn't doing that before. But now that I can light my stuff. So anyways, I was getting the feeling of, I wrote down health in your notes, okay? So your spirit guides, and you have quite a few. You actually have, I want to say there's 3 or 4, but I feel like it's like a crowd more, like it feels like a community. But you have a lot of guides, and I was writing down health energy. So I'm feeling like some of the messages that they want to say has to do with your health or the way that you've been feeling. I also put down you're feeling unglued. Like unglued was a specific word that came through. And I'm kind of taking that to mean like you're kind of feeling disconnected. You're feeling like you're not fully balanced, okay? And this can be an energetic not being balanced, or this could be a literal physical, you just don't feel good, you know, there's something up. And then I put, you need to slow down. So I feel like your guides are kind of saying you need to slow down. You really need to kind of take a time to assess your entire body, your feelings, your emotions, your energy, and how you feel at this moment. I feel like maybe you're always on the run, you're always on the go, and you're not dedicating enough time to yourself. And I feel like your guides are kind of like, you know, they're speaking like a whole community is coming forward and saying, you know, you really need to slow down, you really need to take care of yourself. So when I was pulling what decks I wanted to work with for you, this is an oldie but goodie. This is the Spirit Messages Oracle cards. I really, really like this deck when I'm connecting with Spirit, so I'm hoping this one will, will reveal some good messages. I also felt like Work Your Light Oracle was going to be good for you. I'm just feeling like this spirit journey and spirit connection. And then the Tarot de la Nuit. I don't even know if that's how you say it. But anyways, this one is very whimsical and it's very intuitive because the images don't really, like as I was looking through the deck, the images don't really say much, but it's kind of like a challenge for me because I don't necessarily need the imagery. I just need to know the suit and whatnot. So I really felt like this deck would be good for you. And I don't need this. Don't need the title card. Okay. So I'm just going to pull cards and just see what comes up. But like I said, I feel like your guides, like there's multiple ones. There's definitely 3 or 4 that I'm sensing, but I'm also feeling like it's more of a crowd or like they speak all at the same time. It's just, I don't know, it just feels like a crowd or like an energy. I don't know, or I'm not an energy, a community. But I feel like one of the main things, the focal points for you right now is your health. Now, I don't necessarily like to give physical health readings because I'm not a doctor. So I'm going to try my best to stay away from the physical. But I feel like, you know, even your energy, like if your energy is not up to par and you're disconnected, you're not as balanced, I also feel like that can register, it can create issues with your physical health. You know what I mean? So I'm sensing like the disconnect is just maybe you haven't been feeling motivated to do your spiritual work. You haven't been feeling motivated to do much of anything lately. Maybe you've been going through an episode with, you know, just feeling depressed and feeling just disconnected. That whole unglued thing just came to mind. Okay, so they just gave me an image right now of wings falling off of like it was almost like I saw like an insect with their wings falling off, and I feel like that is just kind of saying like you're disconnected, you're not feeling very mobile, you're not feeling very motivated, you're having a hard time moving forward, you're having a hard time taking action, making decisions, actually doing things, okay? So that's popping up. Okay, so we have the King of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Now this could also be relationships, the King and Queen, okay? The King of Wands, Queen of Swords, this could be a relationship that you might be in. Ten of Wands can reveal some blocks. It can reveal there's like a lot of weight on the shoulders. So if you are in a relationship, this might reveal there's some tenseness going on in the relationship. This could be lack of motivation with the relationship or lack of feeling romantically connected. Or maybe you just don't feel sexually, you know, interested, or you're having issues. Maybe the health thing sexually wise is you just don't feel like you lost your mojo. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. If you're not in a relationship, the King of Wands can represent like the lack of feeling motivated creatively, you know. King of Wands is usually a go-getter and a boss in everything that they do. So King of Wands can come up with the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords. It's kind of like the body and the mind is where you're most struggled with. So emotionally, you might be pretty connected, but I'm feeling like physically wise, your body, lack of energy, and then your mind, maybe you're just lost in thought, or you're constantly thinking and overanalyzing, and it just gets to you. And that might be what's causing this Ten of Wands energy, which, like I said, is feeling like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, feeling unable to see what's in front of you, lack of motivation, all of that stuff. The card at the bottom of the tarot deck is the Four of Wands. Again, Wands cards. So the Wands is fire energy, it's creation energy, it's motivation. The Four of Wands, this is stability, okay? So I'm feeling like because this is at the bottom of the deck, it's like a fear. This could be fear of stability in relationships, fear of stability financial-wise, your house, your home life, your roots, everything. And that might be also what is causing you to feel not so good physically, is because everything else is just kind of crumbling around you. So for the spirit messages, find your center, gratitude, and relationships. So this could definitely be a relationship thing. The card at the bottom of the deck is self-love, taking care of yourself. The relationships cards, like I said, I don't know if you're in a relationship right now with anyone, but I feel like if you are, things might not be very good at the moment. Things might be a bit rocky. There might be a lack of sexual attraction to one another, or even just feeling connected sexually. You may not be feeling it right now. There could be like I said, it's like the body and the mind, you know, maybe there's lack of communication between the two of you guys. Maybe there's like differences in what it is that you desire right now. Like he's on one page and you're on the other. You know what I mean? Finding your center. This is really like finding your grounding point, which goes hand in hand with that Four of Wands that I pulled at the bottom of the deck, your fear card. Finding your center is like when you're centered and you're grounded, you feel connected to earth. You feel connected to yourself. You feel stable. And I feel like right now you're everything but stable. You're everything but connected. And that will do a number on all the other areas of your life. Your financial stuff, your job, your creative outlets, yourself, like with the self-love card that came up, the fear card. Taking care of yourself, okay? Those necessities. We have the gratitude card, so spirit might be revealing for you that you need to really count your blessings and be more humbled. So I'm feeling like maybe they're revealing these hardships for you right now, or they're allowing you to go through these hardships so that you can learn gratitude, learn to be more humble with the things that you have in life. Maybe there's more that you're desiring. And rather than focusing on what you have in the present, you're so focused on future focused, that, you know, being future focused isn't bad, but if it consumes you and it causes you to delay or stop everything else in your present life, that's when you know it's an issue. The relationships card can be, you know, like I said, with a lover. This could be relationships with people around you, your friends, family members, work, co-workers, everybody. This is kind of like things that maybe when you're not feeling good, it's one of the first things that falls apart. You know, the first thing that you'll let go of is your connection to your friends or your coworkers, and you'll distance yourself from these people. There could be issues with these people. I mean, it could be a lot of different things, but at least that's what's popping up in my mind. The way I read, you guys, is like, if I feel it or if I hear it, I'm just gonna say it. So sometimes you might notice I'll start blah 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 blah. That's why I like doing the video readings, because sometimes I think faster than I talk, or definitely faster than I can type, and being able to just say it is easier for me than like any other way. So I feel like, okay, so I feel like Spirit was saying like you seclude yourself. And that goes hand in hand again with the relationship cards. Either you push people out, you don't want them to help you, you seclude yourself because you don't feel like you're worthy of, you know, giving your attention to these people. But it's self-sabotage, I feel. You do a lot of self-sabotage. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. It's time to change your thought process. It's time to change, maybe with the self-love, how you treat yourself, how you take care of yourself. What are your necessities? What are the things that you need more of? Birthing a new age. I really like this too, because with the new year coming up, literally in like a couple days, this is your opportunity to have that literal clean slate. It's like a whole new month is popping up, a whole new year, and this is like a chance for you to get rid of old habits and start birthing new habits and new ways and new relationships and new friendships and new everything. I really feel like you need that. I feel like you need a change of pace. We have no, wait, postpone, pause, or say no. Let this be a specific message for you. I know you were waiting for Spirit to give you an answer, to give you a message. Let this be that message. If there was a specific question that you were wanting answered, perhaps the no card is your answer. I like to pull in threes, so I'm going to pull another one. We have Minticon. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Longing for home. Longing for where you came from. Discovering or rediscovering yourself. Finding your center. Focusing on who you are for once. Maybe if you are feeling caught up and you feel blocked in a relationship that you're in, or your friendships or whatnot, you feel like you don't fit in anymore. You feel like you're being uprooted, you know, your Four of Wands is all over the place. The cards are kind of saying this is time for you to rediscover who you are and where you're supposed to go in life. Where are you supposed to be next? What are you supposed to be doing? I feel like this is like birthing a whole new path for yourself. I'm actually excited for you. I think that as long as you really want it, it's gonna happen. For some reason, August and September are popping up, so I don't know if those are specific months of the year for you guys. Maybe if you're in a relationship, it's specific for you too, but August and September are popping up. The Three of Cups. So maybe that could be a time where you're there's some celebration or some big plans are happening that day. Maybe it's an anniversary or it's a birthday or something. The Three of Cups is usually like a card of celebration or coming together, some sort of a gathering. So that might be popping up in the near future. We have the Justice card. So seeking balance, finding answers, getting what you deserve, that kind of thing. Maybe that will be popping up in this time of year. So that's later on in the year. That's like the end of summer. So that might be when you start to feel more put together. Now, don't get scared because I know that's like what, 8 months away. But at the same time, look at it as a time of preparation. What are you going to be doing right now in the present to get to this point? And then we have King of Swords. So there you go again with your kings and stuff. This could be communication. King of Swords energy is somebody who can be very abrupt and blunt in the way that they express themselves. But at the same time, King of Swords energy is also like just really communicative and they know how to express themselves. So this might be a power for you, a time where you feel like you found your voice and maybe you feel more spiritually tuned or spiritually attuned. You just feel more like connected as opposed to where you were at before, if that makes sense. So if there's any kind of timeline, I feel like your spirit guides are kind of saying some sort of celebration or something popping up, okay, towards the end of summer. That might be a prominent time for you. I feel like also when you clean up your mind, you're going to start physically feeling better. We have Lemuria. We have creating heaven on earth. So creating heaven on earth is to me is like, don't be waiting for the like all of the gifts and all of the precious stuff to happen after, like in the afterlife. You got to make it happen now. So I also feel like your guides are kind of saying, making your reality as amazing as you can. This is not a time to drag your feet and wish that you had what other people had, or to look at your downfalls as like, major blocks and misfortunes. Like, this is a time for you to create your paradise in your present life. So I'm hoping that kind of, I'm hoping that all of these messages make sense to you, but I'm also hoping that in your own way, as you're hearing these messages, I mean, even if I'm not getting it right, you'll know what your guides are saying to you. Because I'm just saying, like, this is how I am interpreting it, but you might interpret it differently. They're your guides, you know what I mean? We have receive. So I love that. So the receive card is saying, I feel like your guides are kind of saying you need to be more open to hearing us, and be willing to receive messages no matter if they are the ones you want to hear or not. So sometimes our guides will put us through something in life that maybe we think, well, why am I doing this? Why is this happening to me again? Why does this bullshit have to take place when everything else is going so great in my life? Sometimes stuff happens, right? So, but you also have to trust that there's always a message with everything that takes place in our life. And so I feel like as long as your guides are saying, as long as you're willing to receive it, you're going to see value in the messages. But they're not always going to be what you want to hear. I feel like that's important for you to hear as well. Because I feel like there's times where maybe you've asked spirit for a message and what the answer you received wasn't quite what you were hoping for. And that happens to all of us, but I think for you too, you specifically, there's disappointments. And I feel like your guides are aware of that you do get disappointed, and maybe that's when you close off. Maybe you don't want to receive anything else from them because you're afraid of what you're going to receive. Does that make sense? Queen of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. There's going to be an abundance of finances as well. So I'm feeling like you're just getting through the push. You're getting through like that uphill battle right now. But I feel like another thing of financial abundance is going to be taking place this year too. This year meaning 2019. The Queen of Pentacles is kind of, you know, she's more grounded, and she's more into her creation. What can I bring to the table? What can I manifest? What can I create? And then we have the Four of Wands. Again, this is stability in home life. This is feeling grounded in what you're doing and everything that you do. This is being grounded in your relationships, grounded in your money, your job, your health, all of that. So the fact that the Four of Wands came up again, but it's more like side by side with some really positive cards. It's just giving me the impression that right now, this unplugged feeling, this disconnect feeling, just feeling disconnected, it's temporary. You're going to start to feel put together, and perhaps this August, September energy that I was feeling for you, that might be the time when you start to see abundance in the money flow. So this is 10 of Pentacles, which is, again, this could be a celebration, a coming together, a gathering of some sort. It could be an accomplishment, you know, finishing something big. But the 10 of Pentacles to me is also abundance in finances and money, really making ends meet. You're getting things, you're making enough money to feel comfortable where you don't have to worry about it anymore. So all of that goodness, all of that good stuff. There's a lot of really good things for you that I feel, but I also feel like there's a lot of hesitancy. Oops, I don't want my cards to be all upside down. Sorry, guys. There's a little bit of hesitancy. Maybe you don't think you deserve it. Like I said, there's a lot of self-sabotage feelings that I get from you, that you do that to yourself. You are your own worst enemy. You are very mean to yourself at times. So we want to kind of see you switch that up. We don't want you to do that to yourself anymore. Okay, my love, so I'm going to end your spirit guide reading with just one more message. Just something that you need to hear right now, okay? Something to give you some advice. So I'm going to pull a single card from each of the decks. I just shuffle till I feel like I'm good, so just in case you guys were wondering. Woo, okay. This one wanted to come out. Okay. Aww. So the one that flew out right now, one of your messages that I'm going to leave you off with is be proud. Be proud. Be proud in who you are. I also like that it's peacock, because I feel like peacocks are very beautiful, graceful creatures. They're all about, you know, like their self and the way that they look. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of yourself, your appearance, your body. You may not be feeling good, or maybe there's something going on with you physical wise, but be proud of who you are. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew you would be supported in anything that you wanted to do in life, what would you do with it? A lot of times when we know we have support systems and we know that we're not going to fail because somebody is there to make sure we don't fail, we tend to do so much more with ourselves. So that's just a question for you to think about. Trust your path. And then finally with the tarot, we have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a gift. To receive a gift, to receive a message. Sometimes this is somebody from the past coming back into your life. Sometimes this is the gift of nostalgia. Sometimes it's just the precious memories of our past. And maybe this is a message for you. Six of Cups could be for you to look into your past, to receive answers for some of the things that you have questions about. This could also be you looking into the version that you used to be, the version of yourself that you used to be, and how can you improve your present self to be like that. We never want to live in the past, but we also want to use our past to help guide us, or to help us make better choices. You never want to live in the past though, because by living in the past, you are succumbing to regrets. And we don't want to do that. But it's also helpful to look into the past to, to guide us for the future. So I hope these messages made sense to you, my love. I hope that you were able to receive something out of this. If you have any questions, please send me an email. Let me know. Anyone who's watching, this is the Spirit Guide session. If you would like a reading with me, you can click the link below. Check me out. And if you have any questions or inquiries about any of the services that I offer, go ahead and send me an email, or you can send me, go to my contact page on my website and let me know. Other than that, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, my love.